Today I'm happy to be joined by Bruce Holmquist, one of the past presidents of Canadian Western Agribition, and he's here today to talk to us about the 2023 edition of Canadian Western Agribition, one of the biggest cattle shows in North America. And so thank you so much for joining me today, Bruce.
Thanks for having me, Thomas.
And how are preparations coming along for Canadian Western Agribition right now, Bruce?
Yeah, the barns are pretty much set up, ready to go. I was speaking with some of the staff last night. I personally haven't gotten down there yet, but yeah, things will be ready and cattle will be moving in. The eastern cattle, Ontario, Quebec, always come a bit earlier, and some end up on some farms in the surrounding area. But there's also pens that they go into there. And then the move in is Saturday for all the cattle. So it actually starts a few days ahead of the Monday opening of the event.
And Agribition, of course, is well known for its cattle events, but it also has plenty of other events, including the rodeo and various other livestock events as well. So Bruce, talk to me about those events and some of the big new ones that are coming, and of course the big events that are the headliners of CWA.
Yeah, it's always a bit of a, some small changes, but the beef cattle show is always the main event for a lot of people, most people, especially the ones in our circle. So with that, there's right around 1,600 head entered. So it'll be full, which is great. And I've traveled quite a bit this fall to Expo Buff, Toronto Royal, Brandon, AgX, and recently up to Farm Fair. So it's some great cattle this year. I mean, I don't think the cattle's ever been any better in the seed stock sector, have you say. And a lot of things will be up for grabs, but along with that, they've added a bullfighting competition. So there's a little bit of excitement there that will go. And then, that it's the mainstay with the rodeo, of course, being another real feature. Trade shows always huge and a real important economic driver, not only for the show, but also in attracting people to the city. And that's something that Agribition's been very focused on, is maintaining a broad base of reasons and to get a broad cross section of people that come to town for it.
And so there's two interesting things about the 2023 edition of Agribition, at least leading into it, Bruce. One of them is that it's a little bit earlier in the year than it usually does, at least it feels like it, though part of that could be because of the fantastic weather we've been having right now. And so hopefully that weather will stay the same. And so talk to me about those two things, especially how the nice weather has been faring for Saskatchewan right now.
Well, first off, with the calendar, that's what Agribition follows. There was the 1 year with the Grey Cup that we bumped it back. So traditionally, it is the week of American Thanksgiving. So that's where it falls again. So it actually is a normal time. It might be a few days earlier, just the way the calendar shakes out. But it's the traditional time. The weather, I hate to even talk about it because everybody wants the good weather. It's not a lot of fun driving in on or going home, especially with bad conditions. So our fingers are crossed that it'll hold true. I mean, anybody who showed any cattle does like to get into freezing at night. Cattle stay a little cleaner in the tie-outs and things like that. But we'll have to take what we get, but fingers are crossed that it'll be good travel conditions, both coming in and going home.
And finally, is there anything else you would like to add, Bruce?
I want to invite everybody to come to it, whether you're an exhibitor, a family of exhibitors or not. There are some good cattle. The commercial show is on the go, Bullpen Alley, and some things there tied to it. There are extra meetings that are extraneous to Agribition. I know the Saskatchewan Cattlemen's Association has a reception, and there's other things happening as well. So if you check the Agribition website, www.agribition.com, or through social media, mainly Facebook, and there will be some Twitter messaging as well. That'd be a good place to get information.
Thank you so much for all the information, Bruce, and we will definitely see a lot of cattle and people coming from here in the border city.
Yep, hope to see everybody.